as a wedding planner, what was your reaction to hearing the news that Kansas City's famous, maybe even royal couple, some might say, Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift got engaged?
I mean, my reaction, absolutely thrilled. We're finally gonna make her Casey official. Um, I also love the way that she announced the engagement, like in true Taylor style with little Easter eggs, posting at 1 p.m., nods to love story. Everything she does is so calculated.
Truly is. And so, are you a Swiftie yourself? I am definitely one.
Sure. Yes, of course.
That is amazing. And so, theoretically, just thinking to future here, if Travis and Taylor decide to tie the knot here in the metro, as an expert, where are some places they might be able to do it?
Well, Kansas City is full of so many secret gems. You've got gorgeous private estates, you've got upscale hotels, iconic spots like the Nelson or Union Station. If he wants to incorporate 1587 Prime, maybe they'd do it at a Lowe's Hotel. But it really just comes down to their vibe. Travis is so Midwest proud. So KC could easily be in the mix. But I think wherever they land, security is going to be like Fort Knox.
I couldn't agree with you more there, but all those places you listed, I think those are perfect ones that if they decided to maybe settle down and have their wedding here in the metro, those sounds like great places they could do. Okay, so my next question is, as an expert, what kind of wedding do you think Taylor and Travis will have?
Well, I think their wedding is going to represent who they are as a couple. Taylor loves storytelling and dramatic elements, and Travis has this energetic presence with a refined style. So I'm assuming it'll be a black tie event. The aesthetic will be more than likely very elegant and whimsical. The guest list will probably consist of some A-listers, but I'd assume they'd keep it very close knit with family and friends, but I'm positive every single detail, from the invitation and seating chart to signature cocktails and ceremony time, will be very intentional.
And I hope your prediction is spot on because when I imagine a Taylor and Travis wedding, that's kind of what I think of it to be as well. And so, my next question for you, as a wedding planner, you're in the industry, you're probably hearing so much buzz in the wedding planning world today. What has the overall excitement been like?
Oh my gosh. The energy in Kansas City is electric right now. Travis is our hometown guy. So this feels like our very own royal wedding. The planning community is buzzing. Vendors, planners, everyone's imagining what it would be like if they chose KC, whether it's just daydreaming about the guest list or picturing those big wedding moments. There's definitely a lot of excitement and pride here.
I couldn't agree. My next question, you plan events like these all the time, especially luxury ones. And like you said, there will be most likely a lot of A-listers at Travis and Taylor's wedding, probably black tie, very formal, elegant event. And so, what does the planning and logistics side look like?
Well, this would be different than a typical wedding. Picture a full-blown production, security teams, NDAs, private transportation, probably multiple venues on standby. It's not just a wedding, it's an operation. The guest list alone could probably double as a red carpet event. So every moving piece has to be airtight because privacy will be the hottest commodity.
And Amanda, I'm curious, have you ever worked with Swifties in incorporating Taylor Swift elements into a wedding?
Oh, absolutely. Swift has a huge influence on the wedding culture. Her lyrics end up in vows, decor, playlists all the time. Couples love those Easter eggs, whether it's like a very subtle lyric on the bride's veil or the first dance to one of her songs. Her aesthetic, is romantic and intentional, so it translates beautifully into weddings.
I couldn't agree with you more there. And so, Amanda, what is your message to the Kansas City community with the news of the engagement just a few short hours ago?
Yeah, I think we all get to enjoy this little ride. And it's exciting to see our city in the spotlight again. Whether they get married here or not, it's a reminder that Kansas City has world-class venues, vendors, and talent ready for any scale event.
Just the other day, the Chiefs had their own red carpet at the Kauffman Center with their premiere of their ESPN docu-series. So high-scale events are coming to the Metro, and wouldn't it be amazing if the next one happened to be Taylor and Travis's wedding? And so, Amanda, I have to ask you one more fun question. If you do get asked to help plan this wedding as a Kansas City luxury event planner, how honored would you be?
It would be an incredible honor. I mean, definitely the highlight of my career. So, I mean, if they need a planner, they know where to find me. I'm ready. I think the only thing is, I don't know if people have kind of thought about when they actually got engaged. I think that's something people think they got engaged today, which there's no way.
I agree with you, and I have a couple theories on this. So, first of all, with the podcast, one of my coworkers told me that she calculated it. It's been 13 days since the drop of that podcast. And yeah, it sounds like you already knew about that. And along with that, I don't think Taylor would have done a podcast with a boyfriend. I think they definitely made it official long before the whole world found out. But I'm so glad that they finally decided to share the news.
No, same. I mean, you have to kind of think about it in general. When any normal couple gets engaged, they're not telling, they're not posting it on Facebook or Instagram first. They're telling their family and their friends, and
Hmm.
then they tell the world. So this is, again, in true Taylor fashion, very calculated.
Yes.
I think there's stuff that maybe we missed.
Hmm. And I think it'll be fun too to kind of retrace those steps and see what Easter eggs maybe she did leave, maybe listening to that podcast episode again. I think that's going to be really fun. Oh, I do have another question for you. So I'm sure you saw the pictures all over the internet, basically breaking social media this morning. Absolutely gorgeous, some sort of woods like venue. Do you think that was in Kansas City? Do you have any guesses on where that could have been?
Um, I have some guesses. I don't think it was in Kansas City, but it was. I think everything. I'm going to kind of go back to this. I think everything she does is very intentional, but I don't think it was in Kansas City for sure.
Yeah, I think I agree with you on there. Well, Amanda, thank you so much for sitting down on the KCTV5 live desk to provide some of your wedding planning expertise on the day that the world found out Taylor and Travis got engaged. We appreciate your time. Thank you.